Pakistan continues to peddle lies and tensions between India and itself escalating. Prime Minister Modi has warned Pakistan, addressing BJP workers. Prime Minister Modi said that India will not stay quiet on terror pushed from across the border. Prime Minister Modi also urged India to remain united and not believe any lies peddled by the terror state. Prime Minister's address also came after pictures of Pakistan's F-16, as suggested by the Indian Air Force, was found in POK. Remember, the Pakistan had claimed that no F-16 jet was used in the strike. The Indian Air Force has now put out these pictures saying, have a look, here's evidence of a MiG-21, of a F-16 being shot down.
जब दुश्मन भारत को अस्थिर करने की साजिश करता है, जब आतंकी हमला करता है, तो उनका एक मकसद ये भी होता है कि हमारी प्रगति रुक जाए, हमारी गति रुक जाए, हमारा देश थम जाए। उनके इस मकसद के सामने हर भारतीय को दीवान बनकर के, चट्टान बनकर के खड़ा होना है। उन्हें दिखाना है कि न ये देश रुकेगा, न देश की प्रगति थमेगी। इस समय देश की भावनाएं एक अलग स्तर पर है। देश का वीर जवान सीमा पर और सीमा के पार भी अपना पराक्रम दिखा रहा है। पूरा देश आज एक है और हमारे जवानों के साथ खड़ा है। दुनिया हमारे कलेक्टिव विल को देख रही है। हमारी सेनाओं के सामर्थ्य पर हमें भरोसा है और इसलिए बहुत आवश्यक है कि कुछ भी ऐसा न हो जिससे उनके मनोबल पर आंच आए या हमारे दुश्मनों को हमारे पर उंगली उठाने का मौका मिल जाए।
Go across to India today is Paulami Saha and Executive Editor Gaurav Sawant, who is actually in the Uri sector along the line of control. Gaurav, I want to come to you first because, you know, the government machinery is working. The diplomatic machinery is working. Nirmala Sitharaman has just met the three service chiefs as part of an urgent security review. But the question that every Indian will be asking is, what comes next? What is India planning to do? Because we have a pilot across the other side. You're in the heart of where things are. You're in the Uri sector where Indian Special Forces commandos crossed, in 2016 during the last provocation. What are you hearing, Gaurav, about what comes next?
Shiv, there's a lot of air activity on. There's a lot of military activity that's on all along the line of control on either side of Pir Panjal, but stays in these two sectors. This is preparation, but then again, it will depend on what the commanders on ground think. What's our bigger national aim? Our bigger national aim is to ensure Pakistan's state-sponsored terror does not remain a threat to us. What needs to be done? Last night there was some firing, some shelling from across. It was responded to in kind and with interest. That's point one. Point two, as far as the aim of getting the pilot back is, that's also happening. India has told Pakistan that our pilot needs to be returned with honor, with respect, and as quickly as possible. He needs to be repatriated. There is a protocol in place. You know that, whether it's the ICRC route or another route that's adopted for that, that will also happen. But how does India continue to impose and inflict costs on Pakistan so that terror does not remain a viable option? So diplomatically, India has given a dossier to Pakistan. Wait and see what do they do with the dossier. In the past, multiple dossiers have been given and Pakistan has done nothing. So India took an aerial strike at Pakistan's terror infrastructure, degraded at least one. Will it continue to do so? Well, a template has been set. It remains, again, as the government says, a place and time of their choosing. What will the next step be? Perhaps will be best known after today's CCS meeting, Shiv.
Okay, the CCS meeting is going to happen. We do know that a security review meeting has also taken place. Rahul Srivastav, our National Affairs editor, also joins us. But I want to bring Poulomi in first for a moment. Poulomi, what are you hearing from within the government? Yeah, at a time like this, when all options are going to be, on the table, whether an escalation is going to happen or not, what are you hearing from your sources within the ruling party about the options on the table and what threads they're going to be pursuing now?
Well, obviously, we have to first ensure that we are, able to bring back the IF personnel, the pilot who has been caught by Pakistan and is in their custody right now. That is priority number one. That is something that the government has been working on. Other than, of course, the demarche which was issued to the Acting High Commissioner of Pakistan yesterday afternoon. We have formally approached Pakistan last evening in Islamabad as well and submitted a letter seeking his immediate release. So that is going to be priority, and we're working the diplomatic channels on that as well. Of course, the External Affairs Minister is in OIC, where she will, of course, in Abu Dhabi, where at the OIC she will be speaking about Pakistan-sponsored terrorism as well. So diplomatically as well, we're going to try and corner Pakistan. A huge support coming in from the United States as well, with that telephonic conversation between NSA Ajit Doval last evening and the Secretary of State in the United States, Mike Pompeo. So that was extremely crucial, that kind of backing coming in for India. Of course, militarily as well, as you've been telling our viewers, the Defence Minister has reviewed the security situation with the three service chiefs. She will be briefing the Cabinet Committee on Security this evening, as well as to how well are we prepared in order to secure our borders and, of course, fight off any sort of escalation of tension at the border as well, because that is priority number two, to ensure that there is no damage or harm done to our side if at all Pakistan chooses to escalate. I
want to bring Rahul Srivastav in on this as well. Rahul, obviously this is going to be a tense time for the Indian government because the world is watching. Trump has just had a say saying that there is some decent news coming in, suggesting that there could be some feelers sent and some kind of mediation going on to bring this current standoff to an end. What are you hearing, Rahul?
Shiv, if you look at the series of meetings which took place yesterday, led by the Prime Minister, there is one very clear thing emerging. The series of meetings, if you go into who all did the Prime Minister meet? He met the intelligence agencies chiefs. He met this three defense services chief. The Prime Minister met political leaders, top leaders within the party. He had continuous briefings from the National Security Advisor. Now, what is emerging from the government is that a series of assessment of security. What kind of plans do the Pakistanis have? Because when I say intelligence agencies, we are not just talking about those who look after the internal security scenario, intelligence scenario, that is the IB and others. There are a lot of RAW reports which are flowing in continuously, which do provide a government into some kind of an insight as far as what Pakistan is planning is concerned. And after those meetings, I had talked to a very senior gentleman in the national security apparatus, and what he had told me that the key to the meetings was preparedness and possibilities. When we talk possibilities, that's where lies the real element. Now that Pakistan has one of our airmen, and the Pakistan may try to use it as a bargaining chip in this scenario, where does the government go? The strikes at Balakot,
yes,
were they one-off, or is it part and parcel of a larger effort by India to send across a signal to Pakistan that if you harbor terrorists, our attempts will continue against those terror outfits? Now that is perhaps the sense of resolve. Since morning I've been meeting with several people. That resolve is unrelenting. That resolve unrelenting means that Pakistan cannot sit back and say that they have done something at our borders, taken one of our airmen into captivity. That does not end it. The second is the Prime Minister's message on Facebook when he was interacting with his workers, that we will win as one. That perhaps gives the line to the public and the masses also, that be prepared with a sense of national responsibility, that the government is trying to do something in which what happened at Balakot is not one-off. I think these are the larger elements. Beyond that, the CCS will meet in the evening, and the National Security Advisor, apparently we are being told, has prepared a large presentation for this CCS meeting. We'll have to wait and see what exactly emerges from it.
It's very interesting. A terror attack happened in Pulwama. India struck back with a conventional response against the Jaish-e-Mohammed in Balakot, and now they have one of our pilots. It remains to be seen if there will be a further conventional escalation, or will there be a multitude of different approaches by the Indian government. Gaurav, Rahul, Pulumi, thank you very much for the moment for joining us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.